Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. Man, this thing does not like gravity. Look at this. Tesla's up over 7%. Look at Palantir now, guys. Palantir's up over 20% right now, and it's currently about 3:30 p.m. on the East Coast. So in this video, we're going to break down the markets. We're going to talk about some stocks, and we're going to go over what I'm looking to do in these markets. So if you guys find value, hit that like button, subscribe, and of course, take a sip of your water. You got to stay hydrated. Don't forget to also get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000, and up to 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. All of those free stocks are linked down below. Get your money, guys. I appreciate you all as always. And now let's dive into the video. So SPY is trying to go green, and if you guys have seen the markets today, I mean, you've seen the volatility. Look at this. This has been one of the choppier days, at least that I've remembered in the past couple of weeks. Look at this. SPY's gone from 416 in the pre-market all the way down to 408 on the intraday low. Now it's at 412, and you guys can see all the different price points it's hit in between the, these ups and downs, right? It's been all over the place throughout the day. Same thing with Triple Q here, which tracks the NASDAQ 100, and this is actually pretty close to the intraday highs right now. Triple Q is right around 307, 308. Currently, it's at 306.65 as it is up 0.7% on the day. We have the Russell and the S&P pretty much at break even, as the Dow right now is down. The Dow's down 0.3% as the VIX, guys, get this, the VIX is down 8.5%. So the volatility index is getting destroyed today, as the metals are slightly up right now, as we do have about 30 minutes left in the session. Gold's up 0.1, same with silver. So it looks like we're still fiddling with the wedge, the top of the wedge here, especially on SPY. Triple Q looks like it's starting to break out, you guys can see, and I would consider it a full breakout once it starts taking out 308, 309-ish, which was the high from a couple days ago. I'll show you guys this in a second. Let me do this now. Markets that were above 309. If I zoom in a little bit, look at this. Back on the 9th of this month, 5 days ago, calendar days ago, we were failing at 309 in the pre-market, and then, of course, we dumped majorly that day. That was a bad day, and that's going to be the point where I think if we take that level out, bulls are going to be, well, getting ready for that next leg up, in other words, right? So Triple Q looks pretty good here. It looks better than SPY. If I pull SPY up, you guys can see it's not fully out of the wedge yet. It's almost there. I mean, if this starts taking out 415, I think it's going to fly, like I've said in previous videos. So it's a waiting game. We're being patient at this point, and we're setting alerts, and we're going to see if the bulls actually pull through and get above these points. So let's talk a little bit about Tesla. Let me pull this up and show you guys the chart. This thing, again, like I said, it does not like gravity. I mean, this is insane. Tesla's up over 7% right now, and that is, we're talking many billions of dollars market cap. I mean, this thing is gaining billions of dollars as the hours go on, especially days like today when it's up 7%. Unbelievable. This thing pulled back a little bit from 214 down to about 188, 190-ish. Then you guys can see, if I zoom in a little bit, we had one bottom here on the 13th. That was yesterday. Then we had another bottom pretty much at the same point at about 190. You could arguably call that a double bottom breakout here on Tesla. And now the prominent levels that we took out with today's big move, number one, we took out the highs from the beginning of this month being about $200. If I show you the intraday chart here, guys, you can see we took out 200 this morning on this massive run. And mind you guys, excuse me, this morning we were at about $190 on Tesla. So holy crap, that's an even bigger move than I thought. So from the low of the day today to the high, this thing is up 10%. So we were under 200. Not only were we $10 under 200, we had that crazy run. We broke 200. That was number one, the number one big resistance that I told you guys about. And number two, we also took out, let me show you this point right here, not only 200, but we're also taking out 203.50, which you guys can see that was support back in the middle towards the end of October. So that was a big resistance. We not only took 200 out, but we also took 203.50 out. Now it looks like we're going straight to 215, which is that high from a couple days ago. If I pull it up here on the 20-day, you guys will be able to see it. Yeah, 214, 215. That was the high from the middle of this month. I mean, just a couple days ago, 5 days ago. Yeah, I just mentioned that, right? So by the looks of it, Tesla looks like it wants to go there. Probably not today. I mean, we only have 30 minutes left, but maybe at some point later on this week, it could be testing 215, maybe even taking that high out, which is why I always say, guys, Tesla can do the unexpected, and this is why I never short Tesla stock. Never once have I shorted it, played puts on it. In my opinion, that's a very dangerous game to play. I know Michael Burry's, I think, still short Tesla. Jim Chanos might be still short Tesla. Maybe some other firms out there. I don't even know. But it's dangerous. I mean, sure, a lot of money was made when the stock collapsed big time from 415 all the way down to 100. A lot of money was made on the short end of that. The short side of the trade. But, it's still very difficult to play that game. I mean, because especially now where the markets in general have been crushing it all year. It doesn't look like the market's starting to slow down, at least as of now. It's dangerous. Now, once the markets start to turn around, which we're not seeing a sign of that yet on the charts, but once that happens, sure, maybe Tesla starts to see a pullback at that point, but we're not getting that any signs of that quite yet. And look at this, guys. If we're looking at this chart, let me just get the alerts out of the way. I'll set them later. I'll put them back on later. But just to show you guys the chart, don't we have an inverse head and shoulders forming here? You could kind of see that starting to form, right? We have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder's right here. We have the golden cross, obviously. Now, if we take 215 out, let me just put this, I'll put the alert now. Honestly, I don't know why I deleted it. But 215, that breaks. Tesla could have a lot more upside, even though it's maybe overvalued, maybe overbought in the short term. It could continue the run. That's the crazy thing about this stock. So let's see some other ones that are moving, guys. By the way, if you're finding value in this video, if you like the way I break things down, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if for some odd reason you're not already subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. And let's talk about, I just got a Palantir alert. Let's pull this up and see what's going on. This is now up 21% on the day. Unbelievable day for Palantir. Now it's actually breaking past $9 and $9.25. So it's not at a high yet on this 4-hour chart, but it is at a multi-month high. You guys can see back in, a couple weeks ago we hit 915. All right, we broke that. Back in the beginning of November, end of October, we were hitting 9, 910, 915. We're getting above that now. We're at a multi-month high on Palantir, guys. This, in my opinion, could continue this run, maybe towards the high 9s, low 10s. That's the next gap to fill here, at least what I'm seeing on the 4-hour chart. Coinbase is another one making a move today. Looks like it's seeing a bit of a relief rally off of this 180 SMA on the 4-hour after getting completely destroyed, 35% in the span of the last week. So we're getting that bounce on Coinbase. CCL is another one that I saw the other day that I kind of like. The chart looks pretty good here. If we zoom in, or we don't even need to zoom in, but if we just draw this line out, we are well above now the highs from the past couple months. Well, not well above, but we are now breaking out of that 1135 to 1140 high. Now we're pushing $12 on Carnival Cruise Line, right? And you guys can see if I zoom in a little bit, back last week, a couple days ago, 12.50, that was a big level of resistance, right? You guys can see it right here, to the point where if we take that out, we're talking a major move towards 1350, 1375. That's where Carnival Cruise Line, could be running to. We also have, of course, Chewy. Chewy, I feel like, has been going up every day. Of course, it has not been going up every day, but every day I look at it, it seems like the past couple of days, Chewy's been green. So Chewy's continuing to truck along here, the high to the high 40s. Maybe it pushes low 50s. What else do we have here moving? Of course, Nvidia's moving, man. When is a stock not moving? This thing looks like it's going to take out the highs from a couple days ago at about 230, and if that happens, I mean, we're testing it now. The stock's up over 5%. Nvidia takes that out. We could see, of course, another leg up. Mid-100 or 200s rather. Mid-200s is where it could be going. That is insane. So I think we do have some earnings after the bell today. Let me actually pull up my notes from Sunday. Of course, on every Sunday, guys, we talk about stocks to watch out for, earnings coming up. Yeah, we have Airbnb. That's a big one here after the bell today. Let's see how that's doing into the earnings. Oh, wow, look at that. Airbnb's up 4% right now heading into the earnings report, and it looks like we do have a bit of an ascending triangle forming here. You guys see that? And kind of looks like we're already taking out 120. We're about to test 121.40, which was the high from a couple days ago. So Airbnb looks like it wants to break out. Call me crazy. Of course, it all comes down to the earnings. We'll see if this ages well, or if it does not age well. We'll see. But right now, it looks like it is starting to break out, heading into earnings. I think we had Coca-Cola this morning. Completely forgot about it. This is down 2% right now on the day. Let me pull this up and see what they ended up doing. Then we'll wrap the video up. I appreciate you all for sticking on throughout this video. So it looks like they did EPS of 45 cents, which came in line with the estimate on sales of 10.10 billion versus the 10.02 billion estimated. So they beat sales, inline EPS. Looks like they see full year adjusted EPS growth 7 to 9%. They see full year 23 organic revenue growth of 7 to 8%. What else? Did they do anything with the dividend? Did they raise that dividend or did they not touch the dividend? I don't even know. But it looks like here the stock is falling. I wonder why. It looks like upbeat guidance, strong revenue on higher prices. Of course, they have pricing power. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything as to why Coca-Cola could be falling here, but it comes down to potentially it being overvalued. I think personally, I've said this before, Coca-Cola is overvalued, Pepsi's overvalued, Procter's overvalued. A lot of these, consumer staple defensive stocks are overvalued. And by the looks of it, guys, this chart looks horrible. I mean, we talked about this before. We have a clear-cut head and shoulders. If you guys don't see that, let me draw it out for you right now. Left shoulder, boom. We got the head right here. Let me show you that. Boom. And then we have the right shoulder right there. Boom. And it looks like, to me at least, that right shoulder looks like it's about to play out. Looks like the stock has a lot more downside to go, especially if it breaks under $59, $58.50. I'll set my alert right now at $58.50. Let's do that. So, yeah, what do you guys think about the markets, Tesla, the stocks that we mentioned? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe as well. And do not forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo with at least I think $100 deposit. Read all the details down below, guys. All I know is that each of those stocks from Moomoo, again, up to 15 stocks, could be up to $2,000, and you could also get up to 12 fractional shares from Webull with any amount deposited. All the details are down below. I appreciate you guys as always. All those links help out the channel. Same with the Patreon, which I'm building out a portfolio. Also post charts there. We have Discord access. All that good stuff is on Patreon. Exclusive content as well. Early access to YouTube videos. So if you guys want to join the Patreon, down below. I'll see you guys on the inside. Peace out.